Saturday the 10th of January, and it's definitely a cold one in the garden this morning. We haven't got any snow now as the snow has melted away. But just look how cold it is out here. And all the leaves in the garden are frozen through. So this week I haven't really had a chance to come out. The snow now has disappeared, as I said, luckily. And everything's doing fine, even though it's cold weather. So the first thing I noticed when I came out this morning is my poor Euphorbia John Phillips. It'll come back, I'm not worried about it. But it's currently -2, and this is how it usually looks when the weather goes cold. Completely drooping downwards and frozen through. But by this afternoon, as long as the temperatures rise, this will look as good as new. And in the centre there of my tree fern, the fleece is completely frozen, so I'm not going to move that. I'll leave it there now. Give it some protection. But it's quite strange. The wildlife pond hasn't frozen at all, so it must be quite protected really in this corner. I hope that these pots are going to be okay, as most of these are completely frozen through. And that's my Acer there. So I hope that's going to be okay. Fingers crossed that that'll survive. I suppose I could really wrap the pot. We'll see how this cold spell is going to last. And the poor Tetrapanax is now looking a little bit worse for wear. Just look at those leaves there. They're definitely coming to the end now. But what I did notice the other day, and I've had a few this year, is if you look now where that is planted, and then just go down the path, keep going, and just look under there. There's a baby little Tetrapanax growing, so that's not the right place for it. But I will leave that there. I'm not going to disturb it now through the winter months. And I'll probably dig that up and pop it into a pot. And then I'll have to find some space for it in the garden. Just look at the frost there on the leaves. Beautiful. And just moving across on this cold morning, even the bamboo is frozen through. But hopefully now the temperatures will rise by this afternoon. And I can come out here with some gloves on and do a little bit of tidying up. Definitely needs a brush up out here. The Photinia Crunchy, that's holding up really well in this cold spell. And those leaves look absolutely wonderful in the garden. But let's have a look through and see how it's holding up. Does look pretty. The Trachycarpus there, that's gone so wide. I haven't really come out into the garden and had a proper look around for quite a while. The Indivisa, that's got a layer of frost on it this morning. But everything's looking lovely. It's a lovely blue sky up there today. Wonderful. And just looking now down the garden, I can see from here that there's a tiny little robin just feeding on the table there. You probably can't see him from this distance, but he's there taking the food. It's lovely to see the birds feeding on these cold mornings. See if I can get in a little bit closer. I don't think I'll be able to get close enough. Can you just see him there? Tiny little robin with his red breast. Well, it's later on now in the day, and as I thought, just look at the difference now on this plant. It's perked up. It's still cold out here. It's 2 degrees. But it's a lovely day. But it's just absolutely freezing. But just look at the difference. So I've been out, spent about 15 minutes just having a little tidy of the paths. And I like to get them done quite often, as all the debris from the high trees just gets a little bit much otherwise. So I like to do it on a weekly basis. So everything now in the garden is thawing out. But it's still lovely and green, even though it's mid-January now. But beautiful. The buds are still doing well on my variegated rhododendron. Just look at those. A lovely sight. And just near the wildlife pond, just under here, we've got the pink china. And as you can see there, that's really come to the end now. But that's one of the most hardiest colocasia. There's another one over there. So I'm hoping this is the first time that I would have overwintered these in the ground. So I'm hoping that these will come back now from the ground next year. Fingers crossed on that. And the base there of the bamboo looks absolutely wonderful. Now I did give this a thick layer of additional compost just to insulate it, and this is the Fargesia robusta Campbell, and this is the one that has the stripy stems, and as it's getting older you can just see that colour there coming out. So there's not really a lot to be doing in the garden in this weather. It's so cold. But tomorrow, Tony and myself may venture out to a garden centre. So stay tuned and we'll see what tomorrow's got in store. So what a difference in the weather today. And Tony and myself are going out to the garden centre, and we've picked a right day for it. It's absolutely pouring down. So I am a member of the Dobbies Plus, and that's the garden centre that we've got in Swansea. And I pay £15 a year, and every month we get 2 free coffees, and that's the only reason why I do it. So they also, once a year, send me a birthday card. And in this now, it entitles me and Tony to 2 free coffees and 2 cakes. So that's worth the £15 alone to spend it on that. So we're going to nip out now. I've also got to go to B&M and buy some bird food. So looking inside the greenhouse, everything is doing exceptionally well. Not too bad at all, considering the temperatures that we've had lately. So I've also got to pick up some fat balls, as I've been storing them inside the greenhouse. And I noticed the other day, if I open the box, they have definitely gone a little bit mouldy. So it's my fault for storing them inside the greenhouse, where it's obviously a little bit damp. Brace myself for the rain. Close the door behind me. And let's race up. And Tony's just made me a cup of coffee and race up to the house. So we've come down now to Dobbies in Swansea, and I'm just going to have a little look around. There's a big sign outside that says 70% off. I'm not looking for anything, but I bet I'll come away with another plant. So the first thing that I noticed when we come in is that's the sundial that we've got. I really like that sundial. Beautiful. And only when in Wales, and Tony's taking a photo of it there. Just look at that.
Nice dragon.
That's a lovely dragon. I don't think he's for sale. But just look at that. Lovely selection of ferns, although they're not really the cheapest. I do like that one there. Very nice. £12.99. Lovely colours on that. And then I saw this little one here that I thought was a fern. And that's a Dicksonia Antarctica. £29.99 for that one. Scarlet ferns. The little holly ferns here. £8.99. Can't go wrong with a fern in the garden. Lovely, that's a nice one. What's that one called? Nice though, can't pronounce it. £12.99. So Tony now is calling me over, as he's actually found some arbors here. And as you know, we are looking for a new arbor to put into our garden. So past the terracotta pots. Oh, that's a lovely one. Yeah, that one's too small. Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah. I should have brought a measuring tape, really. Because I need to know how wide it is. But that's lovely. Yeah, the other one is far too wide anyway. But that is perfect. I can't see any price on it. Yeah, but I like the actual shape on that one too.
£349.
Oh, That's not bad.
It's not bad, is it?
That's not bad for what it is, because it's absolutely solid, isn't it? It's well built.
It's thick and still is, see?
I like that.
It's thick.
Let's have a look at it round the other side so I can get a
Yeah, it's really nice, man.
better view. That's exactly, really,
That's exactly what we want.
exactly what we're looking for. Oh yes,
Yeah,
I'll make that fit.
perfect, right?
I like the shape on the top
I
there.
do.
The one that it's, because it's square, but then it's also got some oval shape into it as well.
Somebody fit it in, no?
No, we can fit that. Just pop it together.
No,
Yeah,
yes, and put it together, I mean.
yeah, we can pop that together. It's not hard.
Right.
And then just pop it into the ground.
Screw it together.
Concrete it in. Yeah, it's not that much to it. I wouldn't have thought.
No,
It's nice though.
nobody having it.
I really like that. And let's see what it's called.
I don't know, it's too thin and shit.
Yeah, I don't like that one.
What other place?
So that, oh, it just says Horizon Arch.
You take a photo of it.
Yeah, you take a photo of it. But that is exactly what we're looking for. So I just want to test it by seeing how wide it is. Yeah, plenty of room in this one. Do you like?
Lovely. That's the one.
This is the one. I like the shape on it. Beautiful, I like that arch. Very nice. Happy with that. So Tony's also now got to have a little walk through. Can you fit through it okay? Ah, your head will just about fit through there. That's lovely. Very nice. That's the one. They've also got a nice metal arbor here. But Tony says that's not for us. And I think looking at it, he's probably right. There's no comparison really between the two. It's lovely, but I think the wooden one will look nicer in our garden. So I've also been looking at some of the rocks here, but these are quite expensive. £5.99 each or 3 for £15. And I've got an idea, all to be revealed at a later date. Yes, another one of my mad ideas. But first things first, let's get the arbor up and running. And then in the spring, I got a plan. And all I'm going to say is, maybe for the agave. Now they sell the fat balls that I want in here. So it's 50 in here. And I think that'll be a good idea because I can reuse the container. Yes, I'll pick up one of them. So we're picking up our fat balls and time now for coffee and cake. So I hope you've enjoyed your little outing to the garden centre with us today, and we'll see you next time and we'll catch us in the garden. Bye! Off Tony goes now with his fat balls. Knit on! them in the car.